Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel At Home with Chelle. So in today's video I'm going to share with you 5 of my favourite slow cooker meals. Now I don't know about you, but this time of the year my slow cooker is definitely seeing a lot more action. I find it so useful just to throw everything in there before I go to work and then come home and it's all ready. So I'll be showing you some of my favourite ones, and I would love to know what your favourite ones are as well so I can give them a try. So let me know in the comments down below any recipes that you really enjoy with your family. The first meal that I wanted to show you is spicy Moroccan lamb. Now we don't have lamb that often, but cooked in the slow cooker it is absolutely delicious. It basically just melts away in your mouth. And what I really love about this one is that it also only uses a handful of ingredients. This is all of the ingredients that you'll need for this evening's meal. You don't hardly need anything for this. So you'll just need some lamb leg steaks, then you'll need a couple of tins of tomatoes, some chickpeas, 1 onion, you'll need around 2 to 3 tablespoons of harissa, and then just a couple of peppers of your choice. So I've just got a yellow and an orange that I had in the fridge, and then you'll just need to serve it with some rice. First thing you need to do is chop an onion, just roughly chop it and put that in the slow cooker. Then you want to dice your meat, put that in the slow cooker with the onion, season it with some salt and pepper. Then you want to add in harissa. If you haven't used harissa before, it's a fantastic ingredient. It's basically like a spicy paste, and you want to put around 4 tablespoons of this in, depending on how spicy you like it. Strangers again, we're like strangers again. Give it a good stir, then you want to add in 2 tins of tomatoes. Again, give it a really good stir and cook it on low for around 6 to 8 hours. I've left this cooking on low for around 7.5 hours, so I'll just give it a quick stir and then I will add in 1 pepper. It's completely optional if you want to add in pepper, but I just like to add in the pepper, and then I'll also add in a can of drained chickpeas. Give it another good stir and then cook it for a further 30 minutes, and then it's ready to serve with some rice on the side. Next up is a sausage casserole. Now I couldn't show my favourite slow cooker recipes without showing you how to make a sausage casserole, and what I really love about this one is that it's jam-packed full of veggies, so it's really good for kids too because they're kind of hidden in there, and you can literally just throw everything in the morning and you don't need to do anything else to it. And I like to just serve this with some creamy mashed potato. To make this sausage casserole, you will need a packet of sausages. So I'm just using pork and caramelised onion sausages from Tesco's. These are delicious. You'll also need some tomato puree, tin of chopped tomatoes, sweet potato, a few carrots, a couple of red onions, salt and pepper, bay leaves, some fresh thyme. You can use dried thyme if you haven't got it. I'm putting a courgette in just because I had it lying around in the fridge, but you don't need to. And then I'm just going to use a Knorr rich beef stock pot and 250 ml of water. You want to start adding all your ingredients into the slow cooker. So you want to add in 1 diced onion, 1 carrot, your butternut squash, 1 courgette, 1 tin of tomatoes, season with some salt and pepper, and then add in a couple of bay leaves, a handful of thyme, 1 red wine stock pot I like to use, and around 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, followed by the water. Give all the veg a really good stir before adding in your sausages. Once you've had these sausages, you then want to cook on low for around 6 to 8 hours. After this time, everything is cooked and then it's lovely served just with some creamy mash on the side. Next up is a gammon stew. Now this gammon stew is a bit different to a normal gammon stew because it's packed full of beans and loads of peppers and other vegetables. It's super yummy and I like to serve this just with some crusty bread on the side. What I also like about this dinner is this normally serves around 8 people as well, so we'll definitely do us for a couple of nights. But that's love. The first thing you'll need to do with this dish is soak your gammon in cold water overnight, then place it into the slow cooker. With regards to the veg, you'll need 1 yellow pepper sliced, 1 green pepper, some ginger, 2 carrots, some celery and red onion. Place that into the slow cooker, just covering all of your gammon. You'll need to reserve half of your peppers for later. Once all the veg are in, then it's time to add your spices. So you'll need 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of coriander powder, and then around 1/4 teaspoon of chili flakes. Then want to add in 1 tin of tomatoes, a tin of baked beans and a tin of drained kidney beans. Add in around 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce and around 1 teaspoon of hot sauce. Give everything a really good stir and then cook on low for around 8 hours. So after about 8 hours, the gammon should be lovely and soft. So you can see here it's literally just breaking up. So at this point, you want to add in the peppers that you've left over from earlier. So literally just add them in and then cook that for a further 15 minutes or so, just while I heat up some bread. You have to move on, deal with your broken heart. After another 15 minutes, the gammon should be so soft and will just basically break away, so you just want to shred it with a couple of forks. There's so much food here and I will just normally serve this with some crusty bread on the side. I really enjoy a curry, so I wanted to show you how to make a curry in the slow cooker. So I'm going to show you how to make slow cooked chicken korma, and I really like this one because it's not very spicy, so it's perfect for children too. This is everything that you will need to make the chicken korma. So I normally do about 4 chicken breasts, 150 ml of double cream, and then you'll need a teaspoon each of turmeric powder, ground cumin, paprika and chili powder. Then you'll also need around 6 tablespoons of ground almonds, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, 2 onions, 3 garlic cloves or 2 depending on how big they are, and then you will also need 300 ml of chicken stock, which I'll just make using 1 chicken stock cube, and then you'll also need a couple of teaspoons of sugar. Then you'll just need some rice or naan bread or whatever you want to serve it with. The first thing you need to do is make your paste. So you want to roughly dice an onion, put it into a food processor along with the garlic cloves and a couple of teaspoons of ginger. Blitz it up to a really smooth paste. Once the paste is done, then you just want to dice and briefly fry the chicken for a couple of minutes just to seal on all sides. Once it is sealed on all sides, then just transfer it to a plate to rest whilst you get on and cook the paste. Add the onion paste to the pan and fry for about 10 minutes on a medium heat until lightly golden. Then it's time to add in your spices. So you want to add in 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a couple of tablespoons of tomato puree, and around a teaspoon of sugar. Season with salt and pepper. Give it a really good mix together, and then it's time to add in your chicken again. Once the chicken's back in, give it all a really good stir together and then pour in the stock. At this point, it's then time to transfer all of this mixture over into the slow cooker. You then want to cook this on a low heat for around 5 to 6 hours. After around 6 hours, give it a really good stir. Then you want to add in 6 tablespoons of ground almonds and 150 ml of double cream, and then cook this for around a further 30 minutes. Give it a good stir, and then it's ready to serve with some lovely fluffy rice.
Don't talk about it like you're crazy.
The last recipe that I wanted to show you is an alternative for using stewed beef. So obviously you can make casserole using stewed beef, but you can also make something called Cuban beef. I really like this one. Again, jam-packed full of veggies. It's got a little bit of a kick to it too, and the beef just kind of shreds away and just again melts in your mouth. It's so delicious. One of those dishes where you can just throw everything in, and then I just like to serve this with some rice at the end of the day. You want to start off by prepping all your veg, as with any of these slow cooker meals. So you want to finely slice or dice an onion and place that into the slow cooker.
I got you.
Slice all 3 of the peppers and put in a bowl. Then you want to add all of the peppers to the slow cooker. Add in around 2 garlic cloves, about 2 tablespoons of tomato puree,
Say what you mean, say what you mean.
1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of basil,
What I do is try to give you more than words. When I say
1 teaspoon of turmeric, and a couple of bay leaves. I also like to add in a red wine beef stock. This is just one that I pick up from Tesco's. And around a tablespoon of white wine vinegar, 1 tin of tomatoes, and then your stock.
don't say to me that we're talking enough.
Give the mixture a really good stir while you get on with prepping the beef. So you just want to use a packet of stewing beef here. I just like to season it whilst it's in the pack, then add it to a pan and just fry it literally for a couple of seconds, just until it's sealed on all sides. Once it's nicely browned on all sides, add it back into the slow cooker and give it a really good stir so it's all mixed together well, and cook this on low for around 6 to 8 hours.
What I do is try to give you more than words. When I say I quit, it's only 'cause it hurts. We got places we can go to.
After around 8 hours, give it a really good stir, and then you can either leave the beef whole, or what I like to do is shred it and then just serve it with some rice.
What I do is try to give you more than words. When I say I quit, it's only 'cause it hurts. We got places we can go to figure out what we've done.
Thank you for watching today's video. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and these recipes have given you some inspiration on what you could make in your slow cooker. I'm always looking for more inspiration on what I can make in this slow cooker, so if you have got any recommendations or recipes that you really enjoy, then please let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Through a labyrinth. Just say what's going on. Don't waste your time being all alone. Say what you mean, say what